Dunleavy's Portland Trailblazers, led by leading scorer Rasheed Wallace, veteran Scottie Pippen, and the oh-so-smooth Steve Smith, hope to complete their marathon 7-game road trip with a victory. The Bucks counter with their own marquee stars, Ray Allen, Big Dog Glenn Robinson, and sixth man Tim Thomas. They plan to send the Blazers on their holiday trails with a loss. Put the giblets on hold. It's Bucks basketball next on MSC. Bucks fans will start their Thanksgiving holiday weekend at the Bradley Center, where the Bucks host Mike Dunleavy and the Portland Trailblazers. Good evening and welcome to MSC's coverage of Bucks basketball with John McLaughlin. I'm Jim Paschke. We hope that you have a safe and happy Thanksgiving holiday. Well, John, the Bucks should be well rested after playing Saturday in Toronto, but they're banged up tonight. Now Sam Cassell joins the limping with a tender knee.
Jim, that's why you build a team with depth if you can. Losing Cassell tonight is a big loss because he's such an offensive spark plug for the Bucks, penetrating and shooting. Also tonight, Tim Thomas is playing, but he has a sore knee, and that will keep him less than 100%.
So the Bucks will be without Sam Cassell's 15 points and 8 assists a game. Tim Thomas will try to elevate his numbers if he can elevate on that sore knee. Lindsey Hunter, of course, is an able backup for Cassell, but with this Portland team and its complete package, it's a tough night to be shorthanded.
Jim, they're a very deep basketball team, defensively, but especially offensively. Rasheed Wallace is their go-to guy, and he can score inside and out. However, they have other outside players like Steve Smith, who's an excellent jump shooter and very good in one-on-one situations. And Bonzi Wells, he's a post-up guy, but he's a guard that can penetrate.
And Portland has Scottie Pippen. He's just 8th on the scoring list for the Blazers. He is Portland's defensive linchpin, however. George Karl believes the Bucks can win this game, but he knows they'll have to bring all of the right stuff against Portland.
You know, they got some solid basketball players. Wallace is probably their special player right now. He has upgraded his game big time. But, you know, you got Steve Smith, you got Stoudemire, you got Bonzi Wells, you got Sean Kemp, you got Dale Davis, who's beaten us in the playoffs. And Sabonis, I don't know if Sabonis will play or not. But, you know, you just got a lot of good players and a lot of all-star caliber basketball players. And who's the guy they're going to ride tonight? They'll go to Wallace. They'll give Stoudemire his chances, but it could be any of those guys.
Portland has had a good trip, winning 4 of 6 games. They'd like to have a great trip with a 5th victory. The Bucks don't want to end up being the turkeys here tonight. Lindsey Hunter gets his first start for the Milwaukee Bucks, and they'll need all of his energy tonight. We'll check a major matchup. That's next on Midwest Sports Channel.
Milwaukee Bucks basketball on MSC is being brought to you by Miller Lite, Hardee's, Pepsi, Menards, Roundy's, Pizza Hut, Potawatomi Bingo and Casino, Dodge.
You are getting sleepy, very sleepy, sleepy. When you need tires, you will have a better experience. You will deal with good people. When I snap my fingers, you will open your eyes.
Become a holiday angel at Oneida Casino. Bring your donation of non-perishable food items to Oneida Casino's main casino ball now through December 17th. You'll help warm hearts and receive a gift of thanks with every offering. Receive a Holiday Angel game card for a chance to win angel ornaments, holiday videos, instant $500 cash prizes, or an entry into our second chance drawing, where 10 people will win $1,000 cash. Become a holiday angel and win through December 17th, only at Oneida Casino, Green Bay.
Get ready for a rush of adrenaline only Pontiac can deliver. It's time to lease a 2001 Grand Am solid value SE for as low as $264 a month. Call So get to your Pontiac dealer and light up the season.
This is a claim involving injuries from an accident. Your injuries, your claim. Are you confident you're being well represented? You are when you're represented by Milwaukee's tough, smart lawyers, Genlin and Safran. We fight for all the cash and benefits our clients have coming. And year after year, most of our cases settle out of court successfully. When it's your claim, get Milwaukee's tough, smart lawyers, Genlin and Safran, 272-3399. It's your call.
Back in the Bradley Center, where tonight's key matchup features the men in the middle and forces a Bucks lineup change.
And this will be a challenging matchup for the Milwaukee Bucks. Rasheed Wallace leads their team in scoring at 20 a game. He shoots 54% from the field on dunks and on jumpers. Irvin Johnson, the Bucks' best defender, will have to go to his bag tonight. And let's hear what he has to say about defending Wallace.
Rasheed is a very talented guy. You know, he can go inside, outside, but mostly they run like 20 plays or more, box to box for him on the block. And it's up to me it's up to me to just push him out far as I can and try to make him do something he's not comfortable in doing. But, you know, he like to go one way, but he have other things the other way. But, hey, it's going to be a battle tonight, and we know that they're going to him a lot, and it's up to me to kind of slow him down, and hopefully we don't have to double that much to get the other guys open shots.
Irvin Johnson back in the starting lineup against Rasheed Wallace. We'll have the lineups and John's keys to the game next on MSC.
Nothing's more exciting than live Badger hockey. To follow the fast-paced action, keep these common signals in mind. High sticking. Hooking. The Kohl Center hasn't seen offensive moves like this since Brittany came to town.
The E-Class, perhaps the most desirable car in the world.
Love you, baby.
Announcing a breakthrough in pizza technology. A pizza inside a pizza. To demonstrate how much we can pack inside Pizza Hut's new Insider, we're going to take these 4 giant sumos and pack them inside this photo booth. How do we get it all in?
Well, we took one thin crust with 6 cheeses, sealed it with another crust and even more cheese. And that's the amazing new Insider Pizza, all for just $9.99. The Insider Pizza from Pizza Hut, another one of the best pizzas under one roof.
Pizza Hut is hiring delivery drivers. Earn up to $12 an hour. Call your local Pizza Hut location for details.
The best of life is often found in the things you take for granted, like the food you eat. Your family deserves the best. That's why you should rely on Roundy's quality products. Roundy's insists on using the finest quality ingredients. Only the freshest, best-tasting fruits and vegetables are good enough for the Roundy's label. Because your family deserves only the very best, count on the wholesome goodness of Roundy's.
Here are tonight's CompuWare starting lineups. For the Portland Trail Blazers, Scottie Pippen up front, along with Rasheed Wallace, Portland's leading scorer, and Dale Davis, the top rebounder for Mike Dunleavy. Steve Smith, a polished offensive performer, is in the backcourt with point guard Damon Stoudemire. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, changes tonight. Glenn Robinson, Irvin Johnson gets the start. Jason Cappy back in the starting lineup. Lindsey Hunter at point guard, along with Ray Allen. Time for Keys to the Game, brought to you by Dodge. See the all-new Stratus Coupe and Sedan. When it came to ride, handling, quiet, and safety, we read your mind. Dodge, different.
Now, my first key tonight is that this is a full-court game, meaning the Bucks have to run them and get them to transition, but at the same time stop their penetration and transition. That's what the Bucks have to do. That's a big challenge. Number 2, the Bucks must defend the post. They have excellent post-up players, but they don't always pass as well out of them. So if the Bucks defend them in the post, that's their big guys as well as some of their guards, that will be a key to winning. And finally, the Bucks have to come into this game with head and heart. They've got to have their heads into it. They've got to analyze who they're playing, what they're doing, be aware of transitions in this game and trends, and at the same time, they've got to come with heart. And that's saying play with everything they've got every minute of every game.
Mike Dunleavy in his 4th season with the Blazers. Last November, he was the NBA Coach of the Month. That won't happen this year with an 8-5 record. I think Larry Brown might have the edge in Philadelphia. George Karl, 3rd season with the Bucks, 71 and 68. The next victory for George is number 800 as a pro coach, if you count his record in the NBA, CBA, and in Europe. So we're set to go at the Bradley Center, kicking off the Thanksgiving weekend. The Bucks are home tonight with Portland, and on Friday night at Charlotte. The Bucks lead this all-time series handily, 55-32, and look at their record in Milwaukee, 35-9, 6-6 in the Bradley Center. Jim Clark, Ronnie Nunn, and Michael Smith will make the calls here tonight. Portland wrapping up a 10-day, 7-game road trip, their longest in 22 seasons. A trip that will encompass 10,000 miles and a temperature differential ranging between 19 degrees and 90 degrees.
And on a trip like that, you need a lot of backs just moving this team around. We know what it's like. It takes a lot of effort.
78-79 the last season when the Blazers had a road trip of this magnitude. Portland controlling the opening tap tonight. Damon Stoudemire, the point guard. He's picked up by Lindsey Hunter. That'll be a good matchup. Pippen Robinson, another great matchup. Perhaps with Portland, every matchup is big. Steve Smith over Ray Allen. Steve Smith, a smooth 47% shooter.
Yeah, he's a guy that also can light you up in bunches. They give him clear outs or ISOs, which is what we like to call them, and he'll shoot the jumper or take it on you.
Smith had 22 last night, John, in a victory at Washington.
You know, Jim, you're talking about their road trip. You know, when Portland first came into the league, there weren't as many teams in the West. They really had a lot of long road trips. They usually had 2 or 3 a season. There's the transition we talked about, and you got to match up. Open look, you got to find a man and get to him.
Damon Stoudemire, 13-point-a-game average.
The Bucks have been experiencing a lot of slow starts early this season.
And Robinson short on that shot. It comes away. Dale Davis coming over from Indiana, a solid rebounder. Pippen with the loose ball off the hand of Stoudemire. And now Scottie Pippen will go back to the perimeter. They swing it to Mighty Mouse, Damon Stoudemire. He's playing for his hometown NBA team now, the Portland Trail Blazers. Lindsey Hunter called for the foul against Steve Smith. Here's tonight's Gendlin and Safran injury update. Gary Grant has a knee injury. Antonio Harvey also out with a knee. Scott Williams back spasm. Sam Cassell will not play tonight. He has a tender left knee.
Now, Portland is a very fine defensive team, and they've got a number of guys that can play good, straight-up individual defense. Smith, again, in an isolation, he scores. It's 6-0. Bucks with another slow start. Their field goal differential is very good, what they shoot and what they allow. So they're a team that can get it done at both ends, and that's why they're one of the better teams in the league, supposedly.
Portland ranks in the top 10 in all 3 shooting categories, and they don't have a lot of company in that regard. Robinson with his second miss. Pippen brings it down and goes to Stoudemire. Into the post up now. Rasheed Wallace. Clearly Portland's best player. Everything more often than not goes through Rasheed Wallace.
He's going to get a lot of touches, and yet they have enough other good people, as George Karl wants a timeout, that they can get it to him, rotate it, get other people involved. They have a lot of weapons, but they've got a strong inside game. We've seen it a couple of times already, and Portland with the lead.
On the road of life, you need something you can count on. That's why there's Chevy. Now you can make your money count with up to $1,500 cash back on select 2001 Chevy models. Or as low as 1.9% APR financing on Silverado half-ton extended cab. Big cash back or one-night financing. Just what you need. So make your money count during the year-end event at your local Chevy dealer now.
Shop the big. Parents know if there's one thing we kids like to do, it's eat. which is why they like Shoppy Dad's Piggly Wiggly, because they save lots of money on the things they buy. Seems like that's a big deal, but what they don't get is why we kids like the pig so much. Does it remind us of Old MacDonald, or the movie with the talking pig? Oh yeah, whatever.
Welcome to spring, rich with beautiful color, clean air, and painted sky. But if spring isn't your season, you can always wait for it to pass. Or simply walk to a different section of the gaming area in the new Potawatomi Bingo Casino. Potawatomi Bingo Casino.
9:45 remaining in the first quarter. Portland out to an 8-0 start on the Bucks tonight. John, the Bucks are a deep team. But take a look at a quote from Doc Rivers, the Orlando coach on Portland, and I think he's right. This team, Portland, is the best team money can buy right now in terms of depth.
They are, Jim. They're so deep, it's incredible. And, of course, that's the challenge for Mike Dunleavy, getting the playing time for these guys, assuming no injuries, and that makes it easy for him. But getting everybody the right amount of time in the right situation, keep them happy, and yet playing well.
This kind of depth at this kind of expense as Cappy goes in, gets the block and the shot, so he'll have an opportunity for a three-point play. Jason Cappy in the lineup tonight to add just that and muscle on the other end.
Jim, this is just a two-man game, little pick-and-roll situation. You've heard me say this on and off the air all season long, and it's an early season, but I think the Bucks have to work at getting Cappy into the game early. Get him touches, get him the ball in the right position so he can be an inside factor for Milwaukee.
Bucks on the board, 8-2. Having all this talent at this expense maybe heats up the seat that Dunleavy sits in, John. There's a bouncer that is cleared off nicely by the Bucks. Dale Davis hoping it would fall through. Milwaukee on a hard push. They want to run the Trailblazers tonight. Cappy, they go to him, not this time.
See, but that's a good deep catch for him, and you want to get him the ball in that situation. Irvin Johnson's alert. They will advance the ball. They'll gamble. That's what they did on that play. We talked about Dunleavy. There is pressure, sure, because with that kind of payroll, they won a championship. But I think it happens in any situation. There's more pressure on George this year and Ernie because they went out and got these guys, and the expectation is there as the payroll goes up and you embellish your team with players like Hunter and Cappy.
Portland at 80%. Oh, what a play. Well done, Lindsey Hunter, and a nice cut to get open by Glenn Robinson.
Jim, I just caught the tail end of that. I don't know if he got a brush screen or not, but Pippen got lost somehow on that, and Pippen doesn't get lost too often.
Portland very flat-footed on that play. Steve Smith looking to the middle. Now Pippen tries to go there. Robinson disrupting. 7 on the shot clock. This is Wallace for 3. Rasheed Wallace. He's a 41% three-point shooter.
Well, and 54 on the year from the field. And, you know, this is a guy that's an inside player, but he shows you right there. He's got a tremendous outside game. He's a heck of a basketball player.
Hunter picked up by Stoudemire, and Cappy again. This one is too long. Irvin Johnson had it for a moment. Dale Davis ends up with it.
Well, the Bucks are getting him. He's getting him catches in the right situation. He's just missing the shot.
Rattles out for Stoudemire. Wallace
over the back, and that shows you he's showing us versatility outside, inside. The Bucks turn it over.
A miscue on the inbound play. 7:37 remaining in the opening period. Bucks #1 in the league in protecting the ball. They don't turn it over very much at all. Steve Smith outside for the 3. That had too much on it. Cappy there for the rebound. You wonder how the Bucks can get by without Sam Cassell. They have Lindsey Hunter. Ray Allen can handle the ball, as you just saw. 3 on the way. It's good. Ray Allen.
See, he got Pippen leading away just enough, and Glenn made that happen. He pulled the double team, almost triple team, because Pippen was in between. Not on Glenn and not on Ray. Offensive foul on Pippen, I believe. Backing in and holding.
You got a bump against Ray Allen. Ray's three a moment ago brings a donation to the Mac Fund. Compliments of Piggly Wiggly, the three-point power pot. Take a look at the three.
Yeah, see Glenn inside, Jim, gets to the paint. You see the double team, but Pippen leaning in, and that left it open.
Allen slashes to the basket. That's something you'd like to see more of from Ray Allen and perhaps Glenn Robinson. John, the Bucks are 29th in the league, last in free throw attempts per game, just 20.2 per game. So if they can go to the basket, that will help. Inside Wallace, and he is fouled, held by Robinson.
How about Rasheed Wallace? Plays center. You look at him, you just think, well, really, he'd be a big forward. He plays center very well. We see him get a rebound on a couple of plays ago over Irvin Johnson and scores it. He can post up. We've seen him shoot threes. To defend this guy, you've got to go all over the place.
A big-time player with an immature demeanor at times. Last season, an NBA record 38 technical fouls called against Rasheed Wallace. He was ejected 6 times. So far this season, he has 5 T's in 14 games.
Explosive temper. Still a very fine player. Picking up Dale Davis. What a great acquisition he is. I mean, here's a guy that will do the dirty stuff, rebound, play defense, run the court, while all these other guys are, you know, looking for the ball and the shots. He'll just go get them off the glass, so he just makes them better.
Allen eyes the three-point line, then comes back to the middle, and he carried the ball. Jim Clark says he palmed it.
It's interesting, you don't get that ball that often in the NBA, and frankly, they can make 30 calls a game or more. Now watch. Right there. You see that all the time in the NBA. No, I don't think it should be allowed, but you've got to call it every time or not at all as far as I'm concerned.
Steve Smith fouled by Ray Allen. That'll be the first on Ray. The Bucks have 3 team fouls. The Blazers 1 with 6:01 remaining in the opening period.
You know, Steve Smith is a guy with that height at that guard position that it's even tough for a big guard to play him like Ray Allen because he's even taller. That's why they like to give him the ball in an isolation look. He can go all the way, or he pulls up for those jumpers, and he can get the shot off of a 6'5" guy.
Smith averages 16 points a game. He has 5 so far tonight.
Now, when Sabonis is playing, Wallace doesn't have to go on the pivot right off. Of course, Sabonis is a guy, I would love to see him as an NBA player and completely healthy. I mean, he's just a wonderful player in terms of intellect and passing and his skills.
I wonder how much we'll see Arvydas Sabonis tonight. He played 24 minutes last night in Washington, which is about the top end for his minutes, according to Mike Dunleavy.
If they stay in control of the game, you won't see him at all.
Right. They try to rest him. They don't play him much in the second of back-to-backs. Rasheed Wallace has his second three-point basket and 12 points.
And Jim, he's the trailer on that, and Irvin trying to lay into the paint to give help there. The problem is somebody's got to get out on Rasheed because he can shoot out there.
Portland doing a good job covering the pick and roll. Stoudemire goes down. Out comes the shot by Hunter. And Portland will bring it up. Pippen works around Robinson.
At this point, Portland just picking the Bucks apart.
Dale Davis back out for Stoudemire as they swing it. The Bucks down 13 at 20-7.
Good inside D that time as they look, and they will look to go in even though they'll shoot the jumpers.
Robinson with the dish. Caffey smothered up. Back to Glenn, and they still try to find the open man. Somebody has to shoot. Ray Allen short. Might have been one too many there. You like to trust the pass. You like to use the pass, but you don't want to overpass.
Might have been too many. Really, Jim, the Bucks had it inside in 2 situations. Pass out for a tougher shot. They cover it up, and look, that's a transition basket. Davis just trails and goes right down the paint.
Dale Davis on the board. The Bucks are trailing 22-7. And Robinson rolls it around at home. 22-9 now. Glenn has 4.
They don't give up too many easy shots. Or looks easy.
Alley-oop. And Wallace unable to handle the pass from Pippen. Portland just now on this trip starting to round into form. Playing as a team. They're built for the playoffs, as you would expect. They've been to the Western Conference Finals the last 2 seasons under Mike Dunleavy. Jim Clark sees a hold. Scottie Pippen called for the foul, and here comes Tim Thomas. Bucks basketball is presented by Coal-Filtered Miller Genuine Draft. Never miss a genuine opportunity.
Well, we've talked about transition. The Bucks would like to do it because against a good defensive team like this, you want to run them. The problem is you got to stop them and then rebound it. And of course, Portland's shooting too well at this point for the Bucks to have any kind of a fast break game.
Ball knocked out by the Blazers. 8 on the shot clock. Dale Davis touching it last. Catch and shoot, Ray Allen, yes, from Robinson on the inbound, and the Bucks now are down 11 at 22-11. Stoudemire dances, high arching shot, up to get it, Irvin Johnson. Lindsey Hunter now as the Bucks try to run. 3 Blazers back. That's a good find. Shot comes away for Robinson. Dale Davis.
When you double up and they rotate the ball, that's when you've got to get back to the open man, and Davis was open because the Bucks doubled and couldn't get to the swing as quickly as they could move the ball.
Knocked out by Steve Smith. 11 on the shot clock. 2:41 remaining in the opening period. A timeout comes here at the Bradley Center. The Blazers lead the Bucks 24-11 on Midwest Sports Channel.
It changed the rules. And with each innovation...
This is a national sales alert from Dodge. Effective immediately, you can get low 0.9 financing for 60 months on 2000 Dodge Dakota and Dodge Durango. You can now save over $4,000 on Dakota and save more than $5,600 on Durango. You can still get 0.9 shorter-term financing on 2001 Dodge Ram or up to $2,000 cash allowance.
Magnum Power. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Year you got your daughter a lame gift. Don't blow it again this year. Get her a phone from Verizon Wireless.
Go to sleep, Kelly.
Don't blow it this year. Get the security of Verizon Wireless for as little as $9.99 a month.
The Bucks in an early 13-point hole tonight with 2:41 remaining in the first quarter. The Bucks are home on Friday with Charlotte. Then our next televised game, sponsored by MGD, is Saturday night when the Bucks travel to Washington to take on the Wizards. It's live on WCGB Channel 24 at 7 o'clock Central. Miller Genuine Draft brings you our next TV game. Bucks 3-2 on the home court. Trying to win for the 4th time this season. Portland shooting well, 64%. The Bucks 33%. Milwaukee 44% coming into the game. And that ranks 12th in the league. So the Bucks are being held down defensively. Sabonis in now for Portland. Robinson flips it up. Shot clock buzzer sounds, and Arvydas Sabonis has the rebound.
so much for what we knew. Sabonis in right away. Apparently he wanted to play tonight, and look, they continue to transition and shoot the ball well. If you give up 64% shooting to the other team, you're probably not going to win the ball game. So the Bucks have to do a much better job in every department defensively, and that will help them at this end to get some transitions on this team.
Whoa! In on the big man, Sabonis looked away, and Ray Allen went hard to the hole.
Boy, you love to see that. They're a difficult team to penetrate on because they play such good team defense.
We'll still monitor the minutes by Sabonis. I'm sure Mike Dunleavy wants to get him in rhythm. He missed the first 8 games of the season with a knee injury. And so you want to get him some time, but you don't want to wear him out. Lindsey Hunter with the triple.
And what happened, Jim? It was off penetration again. Drawing the D in, and this time on the draw and kick, getting the open jumper.
26-16, the lead down to 10. Portland's biggest lead, 15 points. Sam Cassell watching tonight. He has a tender left knee. He could not go during the shoot-around today. He had ice on that left knee as he watched the Bucks prepare for the Portland Trailblazers. Inside to the big man. Great job. That's how you defend Portland right there. Arms up, play tall. Bust out Thomas from Lindsey Hunter.
Transition basketball out of your defense.
Great job by Irvin Johnson.
Well, he got there in time. Sabonis wanted contact, but he got there in time. You know, Irvin roams. He's quick to get there. How about that? Jimmy Clark's second time he calls it. Carry. And you know what? If that's going to be his call, then Jimmy, call it and keep it up. Not too many officials will make it that often. Let's see. Boom. Contact allowed.
It was allowed, John, because he went in with his hands in the air playing tall. If he had his hands down around the ball, he would have called that contact. Thomas for 3. Wallace with the rebound. That's one of the things George Karl stressed today at the shoot-around. Just get in their face and have your hands up on everybody. And another turn. Another carry by Damon Stoudemire. This one is called by Michael Smith.
But see, these guys, Stoudemire does it so often that when it's called, he can't understand it because it's on almost every time he touches the ball. But again, he's got a lot of company.
Ray for Alston. And Thomas drives, ball knocked out of bounds, 10 on the shot clock.
But Jim, you're right. I mean, that's reaching. And you know, the game the other night in Toronto, they shot 49. You can't just blame the referees. It's not just the referees. It's guys getting caught out of position, not moving their feet, reaching. And you've got to stop doing that. And that's what George is preaching, obviously. That's what you're talking about.
Pass tipped, and it results in a Portland possession with 5 seconds and change remaining in the first quarter. Rafer Alston with a reaching foul against Stoudemire. Rafer playing in his 5th game for the Bucks this season. Limited minutes so far, but with Cassell down, of course, he'll get some time.
And he needs to do something with that time, Jim. He needs to make it happen now and be a factor for the Bucks.
Mark Pope also in the game. Stoudemire inside the arc. Rebound off for Sabonis, and Irvin Johnson battles. Sabonis wanted a foul and doesn't get it. That's the end of the first quarter. The Bucks have put together a mini charge late in the period to get back in this one. It's 26-18 Portland.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
Got it, man. So what do you want to talk about?
Cindy. We broke up. She was perfect for me.
Oh, what a catch.
Oh, she sure was. She just tore out my heart and stomped on it.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, it really does. Oh, you guys are great.
Being there for a friend? Grab a Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
Patty Melt, Baker's man. Make a pair of Patty Melts fresh as you can.
San Francisco sourdough, Milwaukee rye, Culver's patty melt satisfy. Patty melt custard malt, Culver's guy. Make a custard malt, liquefy. Have a malt with sourdough, have a malt with Swiss. Nobody makes fresh taste so delish. Patty melt, custard malt, Culver's, man. Make a pair of patty melts no one else can.
As an investor, do you fear being lost in the crowd or feel you're not getting the personal attention that you deserve? At Wisconsin Discount Securities, we've been assisting our clients with their investment decisions for over 20 years without sacrificing the personal one-on-one service they're entitled to. Local ownership means we answer to no one but you, the customer, and can therefore fight for the best possible execution on each and every transaction. Wisconsin Discount Securities, since 1977.
I'll take it. Now is the best time to get huge savings on Lund boats powered by Mercury during the Catch of the Year sale at Maine Marine and Ski. Maine Marine takes the time to customize America's #1 fishing boat for you. Maine Marine and Ski, just minutes from I-94 in downtown Racine on Main Street at the bridge.
The Bucks able to cut a 15-point problem down to 8. It's 26-18. Portland after a quarter. Let's take a look at tonight's Potawatomi Bingo and Casino play at a new level. First, Alan, we have 2 plays when it comes to playing at a new level. Tim Thomas in, so the Bucks skying as they came back from that 15-point deficit. Milwaukee shooting 40% in the first quarter and allowing Portland 56% shooting on 10 of 18.
But the key is, Jim, they brought that shooting down by Portland and up by the Bucks, and that's helped them close the gap.
Tim Thomas rattles a 3-pointer to Sabonis. The Bucks protecting the ball relative to Portland very well tonight. 3 turnovers in the first, leading to 2 Portland points. Sabonis outside. He airmails it right to Rafer Alston.
He won't always do that. He can be dangerous from the wing. Fortunately, he hasn't been yet.
What do they call that? An oxygen ball? Thomas squares up. Wallace takes it in off the cradle. Can't get it, but he does get the rebound. Ball tipped, and it didn't go to Ray Allen as intended, so Bonzi Wells brings it over for Portland. Now, this is a dangerous player right here, Bonzi Wells.
Yes, he can have big games. He can post up, pretty good on the box, a good penetrator, and he's improving in this area, the outside game.
Foul underneath. It's on Mark Pope. That'll be his first and the Bucks' first in the quarter. Sean Kemp checking in. Dale Davis back on for Portland. They just keep bringing big bodies off that bench.
Sabonis playing not much time. They're limping off a little bit. They just apparently want to get him just enough time. But you're right. I mean, Kemp is big in many ways, and of course that's what's hurt him somewhat over the last few years. Too heavy.
3-second violation. Bonzi Wells. Jason Campy returns for Irvin Johnson. So the Bucks going with Mark Pope, Rafer Alston, Ray Allen, Tim Thomas, and Jason Campy. Portland controlling the board 16-9. They do that on most teams.
And they should with the big bodies you talked about, the size and the number of them.
Good pitch. Jammer. Thomas from Alston. That's Rafer Alston's game. Everybody who follows basketball knows that he has a great handle and he is a great assist man. The Bucks are within 6 now.
And he needs to be a good defender, Jim. If you can bring those things, he adds to this team. And with that quickness, when you're quick, you should be able to guard people.
Greg Anthony on the board for Portland, his first 2. This is where Rafer has to improve. Not bad. A jumper for Rafer Alston.
He did a good job of coming up the right side, clearing through on a transition, and then being open in the left corner. They lost it.
That's Rafer's first field goal of the season. Sean Kemp smothered back Hope. The Bucks want a jump ball. Michael Smith calls a foul instead.
He had to block the first time. I think it's when he dropped it down. Block here, Oh, you can't call a foul on that.
Not if you let Irvins go over to go. Pope did the same thing, John. He was tall with his arms up.
Yeah, but Jim, he had the ball on that. He was between Kemp's elbows. They bailed Kemp out on that one. He doesn't have the vertical game that he used to have.
John Kemp played 5 minutes in Washington last night. He was ejected on a double technical. Kevin Beer made the call as Kemp protested a foul against him as he tried to defend Jahadi White. Approaching the 9.5-minute mark of the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Alston 3. No, too strong.
That's a stretch for him.
Over the back on the foul, it's Stacey Augmon against Jason Kaplan. Loose ball foul.
Stacey Augmon, another one. Excellent defensive player. Can play you one-on-one, can play you team. When you break it down, they've got a number of guys that can bring the D.
Cappy gives it up to Thomas and then gets it back in the post. Working on Dale Davis. Boy, they have active arms. This is a long basketball team. Portland plays the passing lanes. They have hands in your face on shots and rebounds. And that is a 3. Greg Anthony. So he has 5. And Portland's lead is 33-22. Back to 11. Ball tipped away. 8:47 remaining now in the first half. We have a timeout. We'll be back. It's 33-22 Portland on Midwest Sports Channel.
It's supposed to feel.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right.
This is our time. This is our time.
This is our time.
This is our time.
Imagine this map is the internet, and all these streets intersect to form an information superhighway. But not everyone has access to an on-ramp.
Everybody ready?
Yeah. Tim Duncan and the Spurs know that technology is the fast lane to the future.
Let's get online.
So they've donated computers to schools in their communities that connect students to a whole new world.
Oh, what happened?
And this will help them to cross the bridge right over the digital divide. Team up to improve your community.
Portland's lead is 11 with 8:47 remaining in the second quarter. The Bucks' next home game Friday at 7:30. Call 1-800-4-NBA-TICKS. The Bucks and the Hornets right here at the Bradley Center on Friday night. The Bradley Center box office is open daily 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Saturdays 10 to 4. And you can also order tickets visiting www.ticketmaster.com. Ben Robinson returns to the game for the Bucks. He's matched up with Augmon. Anthony's still out there. Stacey Augmon, not a bad 10th man, John, when you think about the depth on this team. Alston works over Kemp.
Heck of a shot there. The Bucks going inside again to try to establish Cappy inside. He gets a double team and good ball swing. Tough shot. Reaper made it.
Fonzie Wells, and Thomas has it off the glass.
Yeah, that was good defense. Hunter got him from behind.
Cappy dancing in the paint, goes to the glass against Davis.
That's a heck of a matchup. Two strong bodies. That time, Cappy just gliding, setting him up to the inside, and then dropping back to the baseline. That is a beautiful basketball play if you could do it.
Jason Cappy known for defense and rebounding, but he has some pretty slick moves in the post. This is Greg Anthony for 3 again. Up to 8 points, 2 triples for Anthony, and it's 36-26 Portland. The Bucks ran off 11 points to Portland's 2, and then Portland went on a 5-0 run. The Bucks had cut it to 6. Cappy, great job. Robinson for 3. On the bust out, Augman. Stacey Augman.
I'll tell you this, Jim, if you're going to challenge guys in the backcourt and you don't stop them, which you usually aren't, then you're going to have the man advantage for them going the other way. That's what happened.
Augman on the board, his first 2 points, 7 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Glad to have you along tonight as we begin the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Cappy draws the foul as he drives.
Well, a lot of the Bucks throwing up some real thumpers up there right now from the perimeter. So when they run a play like that, that's better percentage for them. Again, it's a little 2-man game. Nice pass by Lindsey. Gets Cap the ball in the paint.
Greg Anthony on the foul. Time for tonight's Tires Plus trivia question. Name the only 2 reserves to lead the Bucks in scoring. That's not an easy question. Sean Kemp rebounding the missed free throw. 38-27, 6:49 left, second quarter. Augman surrounded. He finds Anthony. A pair of UNLV veterans and former teammates, both in the league 10 years. 10 points for Anthony.
In the meantime, he's a major factor. First time he's gone inside, but he scores it off the glass. He's been outside as well. So somebody's got to defend him.
Anthony tips it, runs over the table. 13 on the shot clock. Ray Allen replaces Rafer Alston for the Bucks, so he's out there with Glenn Robinson, Tim Thomas, Jason Cappy, and Lindsey Hunter.
Keep it up, buddy. Come on, big dog. Doing all right.
Hunter throws it up there, and we have a loose ball foul. Jason Cappy, I believe, or is it against Portland?
It's against Portland.
It is.
Cappy got inside position. It's on Davis. Cappy got inside of him. He was there for the putback. Davis pushes him from behind. So because Cappy got into position, the Bucks want another thumper and a miss. Get it back and get a reload on it, and that's what they needed. That was just hustle.
2 fouls on Dale Davis. The Bucks are going to Jason Cappy tonight. He works over Davis. That short might have gotten a piece of it, but he rode him out with the body at the very least. Picked off Robinson. On the wing, Lindsey Hunter, and 1. No, they're taking it away. An offensive foul called by Ronnie Nunn, and George Carroll can't believe it.
Well, the Bucks getting a chance out of their defense. Ray Allen got a hand on the ball. Glenn comes up with it. He makes the play. Lindsey to the basket very nicely. Did he slide away, or was it a charge?
It's news, big news. It's happening at Hardee's.
The big news at Hardee's, new tender steak sandwiches. Delicious Philly tender steak or deluxe tender steak. We slice the steak thin so it's super tender and juicy. Try a little tenderness with new tender steak sandwiches. Philly steak or deluxe, only Hardee's has them.
It's happening at Hardee's. Big news.
The Fitness Experience, Wisconsin's #1 home fitness equipment store, has teamed up the top fitness equipment manufacturers with the largest selection of treadmills, ellipticals, home gyms, stationary bikes, free weights, and benches. Our fitness experts will advise you on the perfect equipment to reach your fitness goals. And you always get guaranteed professional delivery and installation. Experience Wisconsin's favorite fitness store. Stop by the Fitness Experience today.
On the road of life, you need something you can count on. That's why there's Chevy. Now you can make your money count with up to $1,500 cash back on select 2001 Chevy models. Or as low as 1.9% APR financing on Silverado half-ton extended cab. Big cash back or 1.9 financing. Just what you need. So make your money count during the year-end event at your local Chevy dealer now.
Less than 6 minutes to play in the second quarter. Portland up 13 at 40-27.
Take a look at that last play. Here's the Bucks fast break. The defender was not in the dots, so that's correct. Did he slide enough away? Probably a good call. That's my guess, and it could be debated and will.
Take part in the Bucks Miller Lite fourth quarter shootout contest. All you have to do is send a postcard to this address, 1001 North 4th Street in Milwaukee. The zip code is 53203-1312 for your chance to win. Pick the Buck you think will score the first points in the fourth quarter of a televised game.
Now, problem again. We see the Trailblazers field goal percentage going up again to 60%. Bucks dropping to 36, so that's a bad combination.
Stacey Augmon with the offensive foul. He has 2 now. Team fouls in the quarter. The Blazers 3, Milwaukee 2, 5:45 left in the period. The Bucks fell behind early. An 8-0 Portland start. Then they led by 15. Milwaukee closed it to 6 as Robinson hits a smooth jumper. He has 6 points.
Good job. They screen away, set him up in the post. It's a call play. When he catches, he's deep.
John Kemp rumbles in, loses the ball, grabs it, and Jim Clark is there. We have a jump ball. It will be Kemp and Allen.
Kemp makes the move inside. He's been quite good at penetrating in the past. He's got enough quickness, but you can see Bucks gets a hand on it. Timmy Thomas to deflect it from him. Then the other thing is you don't want him falling on you.
Oh no. Dale Davis tapping on his back, and we get a whistle. And illegal defense against the Bucks, their first. Tim Thomas apparently out of position.
He was guarding the man top of the circle, dropped below the line apparently, and that's where they got him.
Right at the elbow area. Where the lane widens out below the circle. Kemp loops it inside for Bonzi Wells.
Well, we talked about how good he is on the block, Jim, and that's an example. He sealed Ray Allen and gets a layup.
Bonzi Wells has become Portland's bench go-to guy. That's very clear that he's the man that sparks the second unit. Allen up, dumping down for Caffey. He draws the foul. Kemp or Augmon? It's on Augmon.
Jim, with the guys they put out there now or when they start, it really doesn't matter. They can switch all over the place and kind of not really give much up because of the equal size of so many of the guys they have. The one guy they don't want to switch up on a smaller guy on the court would be Sabonis. Other than that, they can switch, stay home, help out, not get caught in a mismatch too often.
Stacey Augmon picking up his third foul. Pippen back in the game now. Scottie Pippen scoreless in his first 8 minutes tonight. He has 3 rebounds and 3 assists. And he re-enters with a pair of fouls. Jason Caffey and Scottie Pippen, of course, teammates with the Chicago Bulls.
And, you know, Pippen doesn't have to deliver a lot of offense to this team. He can provide leadership, rebounding, and defense, and he's a heck of a defensive player.
This is what Kemp has done lately. He has become a perimeter threat for the Blazers.
He has to, Jim. He doesn't have the ups to go inside. Consequently, why give him an open look? Make him put it on the floor. Don't let him just shoot a jumper.
You can't think he's the Kemp of old. You have to know what he does now and then stay up on it. Robinson smothered defensively by Pippen.
He blocked it.
Bonzi Wells dancing. Good hands, Ray Allen. Caffey was there. Robinson has it now. And a foul on a reach by Bonzi Wells.
Good job by the Bucks. Good pursuit. Good defensive hands. Saves what might have been a basket, and then they get to go the other way. Pippen wants a carry by Glenn, but look. If Ray doesn't get a hand on that one, that's a layup by Wells. The Bucks can transition the other way. Glenn's on the line for 2.
Foul number 1 on Bonzi Wells.
Now think about it. We talked about the reaching problem. Don't reach, don't reach. If Ray doesn't go for that one, it's a basket. So it's that catch-22 deal.
Well, when you're a little guy, John, you'd like to have your hands up, but once in a while you can pick one at waist level.
Well, and that's how you do get some steals. You try to pick them, but if you're committing a lot of fouls by reaching or getting caught out of position, you got to change it.
8 for Glenn Robinson. It's 44-33. The Bucks had their galoshes on at the start of this one, allowing Portland to bust out early, and now they're playing catch-up. But they have played well since they trailed by 15. In spurts, at least. Dale Davis, turnaround. Right off to the Bucks, and Lindsey Hunter on the wing at challenge.
That is a beautiful fast break, and that's on the miss. And that's what the Bucks need. They need 3 minutes and 35 seconds of just good basketball and a lot of action to give them that spark and confidence.
Great wall on Kemp. It goes outside to Anthony, and the Bucks have another stop. Pretty good energy right now. Good pass. Robinson will give it up again. Ooh. Allen able to avoid Anthony and score. Down Main, Ray Allen.
That was ball movement. That was beautiful ball movement. Everybody touching and a layup out of it.
11 for Ray Allen. Mike Dunleavy feels the crowd surging at the Bradley Center. It's 44-37. Watch Ray Allen take it to the rack. This is Bucks basketball on MSC.
What did winners from all across America discover in San Francisco October 26th at the MGD blind date? Foo Fighters. And big. The Miller Genuine Draft blind date. Small clubs, large fans, big mystery. Never miss a genuine opportunity.
When I experience neck and back pain, I want relief, and I want it now. I want to know where my doctor would refer me for neck and back problems. When I asked my doctor, I was referred to the Spinal Performance Center at St. Francis Hospital. Hey, if it's good enough for my doctor, that's good enough for me. At the Spinal Performance Center, get back your life. The Spinal Performance Center of St. Francis Hospital, member of Covenant Rehabilitation Services, 647-7670.
I like the moolah games. The ones with the cows.
I like the card games. Personally, I like the sports games.
The lottery games can instantly get you on TV.
It's fun to scratch them off. I don't know. There's always a new game to play.
You can send your tickets in for a drawing if you got a stamp.
You got a stamp?
Not bad just for scratching.
The Bucks crawling back in against Portland. It's 44-37 with 3:01 remaining in the second quarter. We have more basketball coming your way on Midwest Sports Channel. It's the Badgers hosting Northern Illinois Saturday at 1 o'clock right here on MSC, your ultimate sports connection.
Jim, in this one, the Bucks have 8 more attempts than Portland. That's good since they're not shooting as well. But Portland with 10 turnovers already in this ballgame. That's a factor.
The Bucks on a 6-0 run over the last 90 seconds to pull within 7. Wrap around. Kemp on a hook.
I like it.
Another empty trip for the Blazers.
And the Bucks have only 2 team fouls, so they've got fouls to give.
The Blazers over the limit with 2:50 left in the quarter. Portland swept the 2-game season series last season, winning big at the Rose Garden. That was a 34-point game.
Don't remind me.
And it was close here, 115-111 Portland.
You got to work hard in those games.
Ray Allen, yes, he floated away from Steve Smith. Ray Allen, 13 points. 5-point game. How about a halftime lead after trailing by 15 against this team?
That's something this team could really use, Jim. Not only obviously, but emotionally.
Wallace wanted it in the post. Smith kicks it up to the top, and Stoudemire for the three that comes out. And underneath, it's Scottie Pippen.
See, Lindsey fell down. Glenn had to cover up for him. That left Pippen open for the rebound.
Under 2 minutes in the second quarter. Thomas, tough shot. No. Great rebound, Tim Thomas.
Beauty. Trampoline, man. Down and back up. You know, when you need a rebound, that's what you do. You miss your shot, get it back, score it. That way you get a basket and a rebound.
Moses Malone.
You should get an assist out of that, too, huh? Yeah, Moses got a lot of them, didn't he?
And they were
illegal.
handing off on his own. That's the second illegal defense. And again, Tim Thomas apparently below the free throw line at the elbow area as he was playing off his man. That puts Stoudemire on the line for the technical free throw.
Tim making an issue of that, Jim. He's going, look where I was, look where I was. He was below the free throw line, and that's what they're saying. You can't be there.
Pippen in for Kemp. Allen on the back of Steve Smith, and Smith gets the shot and the foul.
They just swing the ball, get it to Smith on the right box. A lot of post-up players. He goes for three. That hurts.
The Miller Lite halftime report tonight will feature Bucks Beat, Marty Burns, who covers the NBA for Sports Illustrated and CNNSI.com, along with Stats and Terry Stotts. All coming up at the half. Steve Smith with 9 points. And that's the lead for Portland, 50-41.
And, Jim, that's how you take the wind out of a team, especially at home. Bucks making a run, people getting into it. Bucks feeling good, and Portland opens the lead up.
Thomas, three on the way. Timmy Thomas with the triple.
That helps.
Thomas has 9.
All right, now
power pop.
I'm sorry, Jim. Now's the time for 2 or 3 stops and scores by the Bucks. Bucks defense time.
Don't ever interrupt the three-point power pop donation to the Mac Fund. Sean Kemp.
Tough team to double team on because when they swing it, they got so many weapons. George likes to dictate the pace of the game and gamble that way, but boy, they're swinging it and hitting these guys and they're draining it. A lot of very fine scores on this team, and that's a block.
Rasheed Wallace with the block. Portland, the #1 shot blocking team in the NBA, 8.2 swats a game.
That's by committee.
Thomas takes a shot from the corner. Stoudemire loses the ball, apparently tipped out by one of the Bucks, Allen or Robinson, on side court. I'm not sure I saw that.
I'm not either.
Portland up 8. That's the time remaining in the second quarter. Mike Dunleavy talking to Stoudemire. Now he makes his move, and he's fouled with the body by Lindsey Hunter.
Bucks had what to give. Stoudemire, very difficult to play him out there and try to contain him. He's too quick, too small. Side court. Wait a minute. It's 4. Oh. It's side court, I believe, Jim. Unless there's something that there's...
Ronnie Nunn will check it out. He's asking. Bob Wannick says it is 5. Well, scoreboard had it at 4. That was the point of confusion. So the Bucks are over the limit. Portland shooting 61%. The Bucks at 42%. Portland out rebounding Milwaukee 23-14, and the Bucks are down 9 points.
Terry Stotts up to clarify. I mean, Jim, you play that differently. It had 3 up on the board, so the players thinking they've got 1 to give. Now, the bench has to be aware, and they've got to have it right also, and that's what Terry's trying to clarify.
Well, the players always look up at the scoreboard.
Right.
It's very crucial that it matches the facts. Ray Allen dances and kicks it out. Open man Thomas. Yes! Count it at the horn. A triple for Tim Thomas. Again, a great pass off penetration by Ray Allen. The Bucks moving the ball well as they try to catch up to the Portland Trail Blazers. Another 3-point power pop. Compliments of Piggly Wiggly. We'll be back right after this.
This is our time. This is our time. This is our time. This is our time.
I'll take it. Now is the best time to get huge savings on Lund boats powered by Mercury during the Catch of the Year sale at Maine Marine and Ski. Maine Marine takes the time to customize America's #1 fishing boat for you. Maine Marine and Ski, just minutes from I-94 in downtown Racine on Main Street at the bridge.
Just go faster. Just go faster. Download. Download. It's what you do. Come on. Go. Go. Give me the top half. Just give me the half the picture. Go faster. Why are you doing this to me? Why? Seriously, if you do this, okay, I'll give you as many diskettes as you want.
Is it time for faster internet service? Get Roadrunner from Time Warner Cable.
Hand-laid beadwork and exceptional attention to detail. You might think the character of this room worthy of a standing ovation in its own right. But it has only a supporting role in the theater of the new Potawatomi Bingo Casino. Potawatomi Bingo Casino.
MSCSports.com. Answers to a world of questions.
It's time for Pepsi's Bucks Beat. Pepsi, the joy of cola. Pepsi Cola is proud to be the choice of your Milwaukee Bucks. Kids, you can get this great Tim Thomas action photo on Friday night. All fans 14 and under will receive the first of 4 Bucks collectible photos when they attend Friday's 7:30 game against the Charlotte Hornets. It's Tim Thomas action photo night. This past Monday, Glenn Robinson and George Carl, in cooperation with Roundy's and Pick and Save, distributed 400 Thanksgiving food baskets at Milwaukee's House of Peace. Nearly 1,200 people will enjoy a complete turkey dinner tomorrow, thanks to the efforts of George and Glenn.
I put a big smile on my face. I can remember my family going to events like this to pick up turkeys and, just try to help meals for the family.
On Thursday, there'll be a lot of turkey sandwiches and a lot of cranberries and stuffings and gravy and pumpkin pie and apple pie, and it's a good day.
That's the latest on tonight's Bucks Beat. When the halftime report continues, we'll visit with Marty Burns. He covers the NBA for Sports Illustrated.
Bad cheetah.
See? That's why I'm not a cat person.
rush of adrenaline only Pontiac can deliver. It's time to lease a 2001 Grand Am solid value SE for as low as $264 a month. Call for important lease details. So get to your Pontiac dealer and light up the season.
Melt ice from windshields with Turtle Wax Liquid Fire, new at Menards, with a fast-acting formula that cuts through ice, sleet, and frost. Get protection down to 25 below, now free after rebate. Be ready for holiday fun with Rayovac alkaline batteries. Choose from an 8-pack of double or AAA, a 4-pack of C or D, or 2 9-volts. Buy one, get another one free. Stock up with savings from Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The latest winner in the Wisconsin Lottery's instant stretch game Vegas Knights is Eunice Harris of Kenosha, who won $5,000. It's safe to say she liked it. Odds are you'll like them.
Hey, Keith, can George W. do for the country what he did for the Texas Rangers?
What do you mean, sell it?
The Keith Olbermann Evening News, Sunday at 10 on MSG.
It's the Miller Lite halftime report. Want a great taste that's less filling? Grab a Miller Lite. It's Miller time back at the Bradley Center. Tonight at the half, it's Portland 54, Milwaukee 47. And tonight we are pleased to be joined by Marty Burns, who covers the NBA for Sports Illustrated for CNNSI.com. And he even does a little TV work for CNN. Good to have you here. I know you've seen the Bucks a couple of times now, Marty. I have to ask you about the prediction by the magazine that the Bucks would win the Central Division. What did the writers and the staff see in the Milwaukee Bucks when they made that prediction?
Well, I think we started with the fact that this was a team that made great strides at the end of last season, particularly those last 20 games. They gave the Pacers a great run in the playoffs, one of the best shooting teams in the NBA. And I think we figured that their defense, that they had kind of figured it out a little bit on the defensive end there. As it turns out, it looks like they've regressed a little bit, and that's been a problem, but there's still a lot of time left. They might still make us look good yet.
I was going to say, do you think they can?
I think they can. You know, when we get some of the players back that have been out, Darvin Ham, it's hard to really tell when guys like Williams and Ham aren't in there because they made such a big difference last year down the stretch defensively. So it's really hard to say. Plus the shooting, I think, will come around. You'd expect it to with this team. So it's still too early to tell.
Well, we're glad that you're hanging in there, at least in the event that the Bucks can put something together. We believe they can, too. Let's talk about the topsy-turvy nature of the NBA so far. You have Portland starting 1-3, nearly. I think they beat Seattle by a point to avoid that. The Lakers probably feel that they haven't started the way they like. And then on the other side, you have Philadelphia, a team that was allegedly feuding between Iverson and Larry Brown, jumping out to a 10-0 start. What do you make of all of this?
Well, I'm not really surprised by Philadelphia because they brought back everybody basically to a team that had been to the second round of the playoffs 2 straight years. They had great continuity, defensively especially. That's a big factor. That, and they have a clear-cut go-to guy now in Iverson, which always helps in the NBA. So I'm not too surprised by them. Obviously, the Lakers and the Blazers getting off to a slow start is kind of surprising. But I think both those teams are veteran teams that are their goals are towards the end of the season. And so I think they know that it's okay to pace yourself a little bit and save it for when it really counts.
There is such a thing as being built for the playoffs in this league. Marty Burns, thanks for taking the time. We'll look for you at the Bradley Center throughout the season.
Anytime. Thanks for having me.
We'll return to the Bradley Center on Midwest Sports Channel next. We'll take a look at the stats, and of course, Terry Stotts will be joined by John McLaughlin.
I'm the ghost of Christmas past. Last year, you got your daughter a lame gift. Don't blow it again this year. Get her a phone from Verizon Wireless.
Go to sleep, Kelly.
Don't blow it this year. Get the security of Verizon Wireless for as little as $9.99 a month.
Become a holiday angel at Oneida Casino. Bring your donation of non-perishable food items to Oneida Casino's main casino ball now through December 17th. You'll help warm hearts and receive a gift of thanks with every offering. Receive a holiday Holiday Angel game card for a chance to win angel ornaments, holiday videos, instant $500 cash prizes, or an entry into our second chance drawing, where 10 people will win $1,000 cash. Become a Holiday Angel and win through December 17th, only at Oneida Casino, Green Bay.
It's back.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Applebee's You Pick 2. Get any 2 of 4 American favorites on one big plate. Choose from sizzling Cajun sirloin, succulent garlic-crusted shrimp, barbecue chicken, or riblets with a tangy sauce too good for any napkin. Right now, you pick 2. For a taste as American as Applebee's. For a tasteful gift, pick Applebee's gift certificates. On the road of life, you need something you can count on. That's why there's Chevy. Now you can make your money count with up to $1,500 cash back on select 2001 Chevy models. Or as low as 1.9% APR financing on Silverado half-ton extended cab. Big cash back for one-night financing. Just what you need. So make your money count during the year-end event at your local Chevy dealer now.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
The halftime report continues from the Bradley Center. It's Portland 54, Milwaukee 47. John McLaughlin is standing by with Terry Stotts.
Thank you, Jim. Terry, Portland shooting 61%. That's a problem.
Well, their threes, you know, they've made some good threes. I'm disappointed with they're going to shoot a good percentage when we give up easy baskets. They're a good enough team where we have to contest the things that we can do. And then, you know, if they make some things that against good defense, we have to live with that. But, you know, I think we clean up some of the little things. We're giving them too many little things that they're too good a team to do that.
Well, they're a very good basketball team, and it's really about the Bucks' confidence. They get a run like that, Portland holds them off, but still the Bucks know they can play with this team.
Well, we get off to the bad start. We're a little tentative at the offensive end. They came out and made their shots early. You get in a hole early, and so I think it's a credit that we did come back from 15 points. But, you know, we got to come out early, make it a game early in this half, and then see what happens in the fourth quarter.
This is the Bucks half. Go get them, Terry.
Thanks.
Back to you, Jim.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Terry. We move from Stotts to stats. The Oneida Bingo and Casino halftime stats tonight. Terry mentioned that the Bucks allowed Portland 61% in the second quarter. It was 67%, 10 of 15. So that's a problem right now. Portland leading in all 3 shooting situations. And you saw the rebounds, the hustle board. Also reflecting the rebound differential, 23-14. 5 steals for Milwaukee to 2. The blocks are even, so it's 28-22. Portland on the Miller Genuine Draft hustle board. We'll return to the Bradley Center right after this and take a look at some halftime highlights. You're watching Bucks basketball on MSC.
It's best to be upfront about things.
If a thing is worth doing, it's worth doing well. What do you mean, everybody's going? Who's everybody?
Now, lease an all-new Dodge Stratus sedan for $259 a month.
This check went to an accident victim. It covered all his losses, medical bills, wages and expenses, pain and suffering, because he was represented by Milwaukee's tough, smart lawyers, Genlin and Safran. We fight for all the cash and benefits our clients have coming. And year after year, most of our cases settle out of court successfully. When you need a lawyer to fight for you, get Milwaukee's tough, smart lawyers, Genlin and Safran. Visit our website or call 272-3399. It's your call.
Introducing the new Insider Pizza from Pizza Hut. It's like having a pizza inside a pizza. You get more cheese, more crust, and it's packed inside an already outrageous pizza. The Insider is one thin crust piled with 6 cheeses, then sealed with another thin crust and even more cheese. Just $9.99 for a one topping. And now only $2 more for a meat lovers or a Supreme Insider, with loads of your favorite toppings. Lots of your favorite toppings on the outside, more of the cheese you love on the inside. Is there anything this pizza can't do? The Insider Pizza from Pizza Hut. Another one of the best pizzas under one roof.
Nothing's more exciting than live Badger hockey. To follow the fast-paced action, keep these common signals in mind. High sticking. Hooking. Center hasn't seen offensive moves like this since Brittany came to town.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Portland up 7 as we get start for the third quarter tonight. Let's take a look at our Hardee's halftime highlights. Rasheed Wallace, 12 points in 16 minutes for Portland, and he's perfect. 4 of 4 from the floor, 2 of 2 outside the arc, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, it's Ray Allen, 13 points to lead all scorers, 6 of 9, 1 of 2 on three-pointers for Ray Allen. The leading scorers, Wallace and Allen. These are brought to you by Mercedes. Anthony with 10, Smith 9. The Bucks have Thomas at 12 and Glenn Robinson with 8. Well, the Bucks were down by 15 in the first half. They made a run in the early portion through the later portion of the second quarter, and then Portland put it together a little bit, ending up, John, as I mentioned, hitting 67% of its shots in the second quarter, 10 out of 15.
And that's the problem, Jim. I mean, they're hitting everything they can get. I mean, when they're covered or even open. So that's something the Bucks have to obviously contend with. Portland would out-rebound the Bucks because they're shooting better, and the Bucks only at 43% at the other end. There are more rebounds for Portland to go get on their defensive end. But some positive. Portland's turning the ball over more than Milwaukee. Some of that's the Bucks defense. And the Bucks can win this ball game, and the guys have to believe that. And that run has certainly helped.
Tim Thomas standing out individually in the second quarter for the Bucks with 10 points. And off the Portland bench, Greg Anthony came up big, also with 10 points in period number 2. Set to go. The Bucks will have the ball to open period number 3 tonight at the Bradley Center. This crowd has been supportive of the Bucks tonight, and they would like to get this weekend off with a victory here. And wouldn't it be a big victory against Portland? Anytime you can beat this team, you're doing a job. Takeaway by the Blazers to open the period.
Jim, that was Scottie Pippen just anticipating the pass. You can't telegraph it quite like that. Look the other way, then come back. But the Bucks don't want to give them a spot here in the third quarter as they did the first.
Bucks doubled Pippen in the corner. That forces this swing to Smith for 3. Steve Smith. 12 for Smith. Michigan State product in his 10th NBA season already.
Well, they haven't missed many openings like that tonight. They nailed them all, and they find it after the Bucks double team.
Robinson, a tough catch and shoot over Pippen. Too much on it. Scotty was right at his grill.
What's new?
Portland's three-pointer to open the quarter has opened the lead to 10. Pippen camping in this corner. He gives it up to Rasheed Wallace. Cappy trying to defend, and he does a good job forcing the miss. Irvin Johnson getting that rebound for the Bucks. Bucks playing short-handed tonight even more than in past games with Cassell on the shelf. And there's a 3 by Lindsey Hunter. 6 for Lindsey.
It's a heck of a shot, putting it on the floor and pulling up like that.
Lindsey has a pair of field goals, both outside the arc. Another donation to the Macklin. Compliments of Piggly Wiggly on the three-point power pop. Stoudemire squirts and scores. He just went right around Jason Caffey. The little man found his way to the basket. He has 9 points.
It's a tough little shot. Also, when you're going to shoot it straight in like that, you got to put it up there very gingerly. He did. It was a beauty.
Robinson drives on Pippen. Caffey and Pippen battling for the rebound. It goes to Portland. 9:45 remaining in the third quarter.
Now, see, that was Scottie Pippen defense that forced that tough shot by Glenn and the miss. It's just difficult for Glenn to get an open look, and when he does, Pippen, you know, is coming after him. He's a long, quick defender.
Glenn Robinson on a bit of a drought at the moment, hitting just one of his last 7 shots. Wallace with the miss. He hasn't been very loud yet either. 12 points in the first half. He has had some very big scoring games of late. 37 against Orlando and then 14 last night. Hunter puts up the 3. Davis rebounds. Smith on the bust out. 3 Bucks back. Nice job in defensive transition. Stoudemire fouled by Cappy as he lowers his shoulder.
Now, when you run at him like that, Cappy has to think about it. He wants to take away the jumper out there, but you've got to shade him to the left. He's a left-handed player. This little guy can penetrate both ways, but he's even quicker and stronger being able to go to the left.
First foul on the Bucks in the quarter. Game clock under 9 minutes. Wallace too strong, and Hunter goes up to take the rebound away from Irvin Johnson. My ball. Lindsey Hunter has it stripped. Ball loose. Pippen and Robinson. It goes off Scottie Pippen. 17 on the shot clock.
They have good defensive hands. When you get into the paint, they come. They give help. Whether it's pursuit or like that, Pippen attacking, no foul. They go after it. Defensive hands.
Pippen points a finger, but his finger touched it last. And his finger knocks it away from Robinson. Well, he is a great defender.
Sure is.
Stoudemire on the miss, back out. They go to Stoudemire on the baseline now. Good steal by Irvin Johnson. Now everybody matches up. Hunter has Stoudemire. Wallace defended by Cappy. The double. Good rotation, John, as Allen picked up Stoudemire that time, and that forces this turnover. Allen in on Stoudemire. No, he can't go to Cappy. Ball finds its way to Hunter for 3. And it's Davis on the clear.
Fortunately, Hunter was the recipient of that. I don't know how it got through there. It could have been a turnover there. Still a miss. No basket. But you're right, Bucks. Good D on that last exchange. They took away the angles.
Steve Smith just kissed the rim. It comes off for Irvin Johnson. Now Allen into the paint, and he is fouled by Stoudemire. That'll be the first on Damon Stoudemire. Side court inbound, each team with a team foul. Robinson blows by Pippen, creates his own room for the shot.
If you go into that area, you've got to protect the ball. Pippen complaining. I don't know what happened. He seemed to blow by Glenn, and Glenn just, I mean, that was powerful.
Robinson with 10 points tonight. He had a season-high 25 and a season-high 13 rebounds Saturday against Toronto. Glenn is the Bucks' top rebounder at the moment, 7.2 a game. That's above his career best, 6.4 a game as a rookie. Wallace is 3 out. Cappy and Smith collars Cappy for the foul. That's a loose ball foul. It comes with 6:57 remaining in the third.
Because Cappy's in position for the rebound, that gives him that opportunity to draw the foul because Smith plays it.
Rasheed Wallace 0 for 4 in the third quarter. So he's stuck on 12 points. Pippen jumps out at Hunter, and Jason Cappy has it roll off for Scottie Pippen. Mike Dunleavy has gone to having his big men jump out at the point guards, John. And
well, they're quick enough to do it.
Yeah, and they can get back and cover.
And they're long.
Wallace.
That's simple. Little penetration by Pippen. A lot of targets out there that can shoot it. Even Davis can shoot it intermediately.
Allen shot away, tipped, controlled by Irvin Johnson. By having the big men jump out, it helps Stoudemire avoid fouls, right? Keeps him in the game longer. Now it's a clear out. Robinson against Smith. The Big Ten performers at one time going at it. Robinson tucked, nobody home. Or is there? Yeah, Irvin got it. He reached back to get that pass. Robinson got a little deep. Irvin still stayed with it. He's on the board with 2 at 61-54 Portland. it out. 6 on the shot clock.
Might have been a bit of a miscue that the Bucks got out of. Triple team, double team was enough. And then on the pass out of it, the Bucks get a hand on it and deflect it out. They're doing a good job of taking away the angles on their double teams at the timeout.
What did winners from all across America discover in San Francisco, October 26th at the MGD blind date? Foo Fighters.
Mountain Dew, time to do the slam dunk roll. Citrus taste and quenching, very, very exciting me. Here we go.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and see life do what you want. So fight.
4 shots in the quarter, hits a 3 to make it 63-54.
What's it like to be 50? What?
Answer your own question. Lindsey Hunter with an air ball. Irvin Johnson underneath against Sabonis. Open shot 3, Ray Allen. Yes, bring it up, Ray Allen. Big time triple, 16 for Ray. So they get the 3 back, 63-57. Another donation to the Mac Fund compliments of Piggly Wiggly. I am far too immature to be that old.
I want to see if this, I've had this hat on twice. I want to see if it fits you. I've made it as big as we can. You're putting this on before you leave. There you go.
Doesn't fit over the headset.
Oh, it's the headset. It's the headset.
Irvin Johnson with a foul. Portland 5 of 11 outside the arc. The Bucks putting it up 14 times, hitting 6. 4.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Arvydas Sabonis fouled by Tim Thomas.
Now, as long as it takes Sabonis to get to that spot, and as big as he is, you've got to see him coming and try to make sure he doesn't catch the ball that deep. But Thomas gets there late, fouls Sabonis. Man, he's big. They don't have enough food in all of Russia to feed him, do they? He is so big.
Our Tires Plus trivia question: name the only 2 reserves to lead the Bucks in scoring. Ricky Pierce during the 89-90 season, and Dale Ellis twice.
Dale Ellis, huh?
Hunter to the corner for Ray Allen. Back. Good ball movement.
Oh, yeah.
Knee on the follow, Robinson.
The big dog eats.
The 3 hung above the rim, and Robinson hammers it home at 65-59. Glenn has 12.
Don't let them slip away now. Don't let them build it back up. Right here's the time to make the run.
Sabonis.
No air ball that time. They find the open man, don't they? They get a lot of touches, even though a lot of their offense runs through Wallace. Tonight you're seeing more touches by more people.
Robinson passing deftly out of the double team. Again, wide open Ray Allen. He was fouled after the shot came away. Hunter takes it away from Stoudemire. Lindsey Hunter in on Sabonis, and he's bumped by the big man, so Hunter creates the foul. Now Ray Allen and Steve Smith are talking. Ray saying, come on, he nailed me after that three-point shot. They're kind of smiling about it, but there was a clear foul that was not called.
Yeah, and if they don't call it, Smith wins that one. In the meantime, Hunter challenges the biggest guy in the building, jumped as high as he could, and still hit him in the chest. I'm up here, I'm up. No.
Ray sits. Ray for Alston back in the game. The Bucks 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Portland perfect, 12 out of 12. 7-point game. Lindsey Hunter with 7 points. After letting Portland jump out by 15 in the first half, the Bucks have been hanging around the 6 to 8-point mark.
Foul on Lindsey. See, they're a smart basketball team. They immediately call a post up for Pippen because with the Bucks 2 small guards in and Hunter guarding Pippen, they're going to put him on the box and post.
Lindsey Hunter, John, now with 4 fouls, so that is a big factor. A little over 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. The Bucks without Sam Cassell tonight.
Right.
So Lindsey has to stay in the game, or Ray for Alston would get an awful lot of minutes in the fourth quarter. Scottie Pippen's 3 bounces away for Alston.
Look out.
From behind, knocked away by Smith. Back to Alston. Quick pass ahead. Rayford doesn't want to take that shot. He goes to the big man, and now he likes the 3 and hits it. Ray for Alston. Where did that come from? But we'll take it. 3-point range. That may be his first 3-point power play. It is this year for sure.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't hit many of those. Piggly Wiggly with a donation for a back flop. Scottie Pippen with the reverse down the baseline. He has 4 points. It doesn't tell you what Pippen has done, though. 6 rebounds, 7 assists.
Tough team.
Very tough.
Yeah.
Lindsey Hunter. And that ball just goes out of bounds. Lindsey drives in on Sabonis, doesn't get the call. Ball out of bounds. 2:07 remaining in the third quarter on Midwest Sports Channel.
At Bob Token Buick, there's no price they won't beat.
Hey, Jim, how about a big red tag sale?
And right now, every car is priced to move. You'll find the biggest savings, unbeatable rebates, and great lease terms. And if Jim's working hard to make the savings big, you know it's the right time to buy.
Jim, maybe the tag should be blue. I like blue. You like blue?
Whatever the color, every car must go. We'll accept any reasonable offer. Bob Token Buick.
Jim, why are you laying down?
This Halloween, I feel lethal. The horror is revealed. My mask of sanity is about to slip. The world television premiere you'd be crazy to miss is in demand. American Psycho. This Halloween, terror made to order. In demand, you rule.
Six-point game, 2:07 left in the third quarter. Our key matchup tonight, Irvin Johnson into the starting lineup to deal with Rasheed Wallace.
Well, that's a big challenge, but you know what? Wallace hasn't been the factor tonight. I think Irvin's done a good job pretty much all the way around, Jim. It's been that team factor by Portland, but EJ all over the place.
Couple of points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks for Irvin Johnson. That's a typical line for Irvin Johnson. Rasheed Wallace has 14 points and 5 rebounds. Under 2 minutes in the third quarter. Scottie Pippen keeps the dribble and puts it up off the glass. He made that look awfully easy.
It was.
Pippen with 6. Portland's lead is 8. Robinson steps on the baseline, turnover, Milwaukee.
Well, they do a good job on the swings. They get over there. Glenn gets to the baseline, but the double team man comes up, forces him out of bounds. Therefore, no foul, turnover.
Bucks basketball is brought to you by Miller Lite. Want a great taste that's less filling? Grab a Miller Lite. It's Miller time. Sabonis in the post. He rumbles and draws the foul. It is... Wait a minute.
He's number
Michael
11.
Smith put up number 11.
I know.
That's Sabonis.
Right.
So it was either Thomas or Cappy.
I think Thomas.
It's Thomas, yes. Rita Sabonis will turn 36 next month. He's been in the league 6 seasons. This is his 6th. John, he has 3 Olympic medals and 1 gold, the '88 Olympic gold medal, playing for Lithuania. He's one of the best players ever to come out of Europe.
Absolutely, and he's done it on gimpy legs. Bad feet, bad knees. Look at that take, though.
Smart player.
Yeah, look at that.
Poke back to defend Pippen, and Thomas in there to try and defend Sabonis.
Sabonis gets credit for it, but Thomas tapped it in. There's a bad pass taken. Rafer delivers it, and Sabonis, the slowest guy in the building, steals it.
Portland's lead back to 12. Robinson with a tough hook shot. He had big men all over him. And Portland running now. The Bucks have to find some way to check Portland. They don't have much time left here in the third quarter. Under 40 seconds. You don't like to give up points at the end of quarters. Sabonis gets 2 more for Portland, and the lead is 14. So Portland is putting on the rush late in the period.
Just tuning it up enough to reopen the lead, say to the Bucks, smack, get back down. And they've done it with a lot of people. Wallace not the factor, everybody else is.
Mark Pope wanted Cappy to go high. Oh, it goes to him, and Cappy looked away, but Robinson anticipated. He gets the 3 away. Pippen with the rebound. Total miscommunication that time down by the Bucks. Pippen too strong from way outside. That's the end of the third quarter. The Bucks will regroup now, get ready for the fourth. We'll get ready for the fourth quarter shootout. After 3, it's 70.
rush of adrenaline only Pontiac can deliver. It's time to lease a 2001 Grand Am solid value SE for as low as $264 a month. Call for important lease details. So get to your Pontiac dealer and light up the season.
Portland led by 7 at the half tonight and outscores Milwaukee by 7 in the third quarter. It's a 14-point game as we get ready for the Miller Lite fourth quarter shootout. And tonight's contestant is Ryan Solberg of Delafield. Ryan picked Ray Allen to score the Bucks' first points in the quarter. Ryan wins a 4-pack of Bucks tickets and a Bucks media guide for having his postcard selected. An outside chance to win a color television, but Ray would have to come back in the game, and we hope the Bucks score before that happens. Fourth quarter shootout compliments of the Bucks and Miller Lite.
Now, Jim, the Bucks have to rock and roll now. They've got to really be good defensively. I think it breaks down to the individual guys. They've got to do a job just like that on the deflection and a quick fast break opportunity. That's what it's going to take. The Bucks still shooting in the 40% range, and we've had Portland up around that 60% mark all night long. They're at 58 now, and they have shown us the definition of team. I mean, they've had a lot of guys score. So it's individual. Bucks defense has to do it.
Great fast break. Ray for Alston. Glenn Robinson left it by Smith. He dribbled it behind his back, and Ray for Alston able to get an easy deuce. 9 points for Rafer. It's a 10-point game, so the Bucks start with the first 4 in the fourth quarter.
Good start. And Portland's had a number of turnovers tonight. That's their 14th.
Bucks with 9, leading to 9 Portland points. Stumped into the middle. Another empty trip. Ray for Alston in front of the big man, Sabonis, and you can't count it. The Bucks force an early timeout by Mike Dunleavy in the fourth quarter. It comes with 10:49 remaining in the period. So the Bucks come out hard to open the final period. They have a free throw coming, trailing by 8.
The world's greatest athletes playing the world's greatest game are coming to an arena near you. It's the ultimate showcase of incredible athleticism, spontaneous creativity, and uncontrollable excitement. NBA action is now playing, so join the drive for a championship when it comes to your town, live and in person. Tickets are on sale. Go to NBA.com or call 800-4NBA-TICKS.
Packers head coach, and there's only one coach's show, The Mike Sherman Show, and it's right here. Get inside information on the team from the coach's personal playbook. Step into the huddle with player guests, and join co-hosts Larry McCarron and Wayne Larrabee for pulse-pounding analysis of every game. You want more than just scores and armchair opinions, so find out what the coach thinks. Tune into the only show with the coach's name on it, The Mike Sherman Show.
Tuesday nights at 6:30 on MSC, your ultimate sports connection.
77-69 Portland. The Bucks have 21 bench points, 11 of those from Rafer Alston, and that is a career high for Rafer.
Jimmy's doing a fine job tonight. He's got the jumper going, which is the weakest part of his game, but I'll tell you what we really do is take it and then cover the boards quickly and use his quickness to the advantage of the Bucks. He's 5 for 6 from the field at this point in the ball game.
Rafer has a 3-point basket and now has a chance to complete a 3-point play. And he does. It's a 7-point Portland lead.
Don't let him up from this one, guys. You got a great run going. It's been turnovers and Bucks defense here at the start of the fourth quarter.
Fonzie Wells finds Sabonis. Rebound, Ray Allen. Portland with another empty trip to open the quarter. The Bucks can't convert on that shot. We get a loose ball foul. It's on Stacy Augman going for the rebound with Jason Kaplan.
Now, see, a lot of things about that you got to like. One, the buck on the stop and the rebound. Number two, they're covering the court. Timmy Thomas gets down the floor. Rafer advances the ball, and then you've got Jason running the other side to get into rebound position, which gives him a chance to get it back. He's done that a few times tonight.
The Bucks with a 7-0 run in the last 1 minute and 38 seconds. 2 team fouls on the Blazers. The Bucks have none. Allen against Wells. Ball stripped away by Bonzi and off his hand out of bounds. 14 on the shot clock. 10-11 remaining in the fourth quarter. Thomas is fouled on his drive by Rasheed Wallace.
See, that's where Tim Thomas has the versatility. When he gets that combination going of the outside jumper and then putting it on the floor and going to the baskets, you love to see it. I think he's been relying too much this year on just the jumper, and his knee might have something to do with that.
Bucks are home on Friday night with the Charlotte Hornets. It's a 7:30 start. Call 1-800-4NBA-TIX. Join us, and if you are a fan 14 and under, you will receive a Tim Thomas action photo on Friday night.
Good time to come out, huh, Jim, after eating and laying around all day tomorrow. Come down to a Bucks game Friday night. Put some popcorn and a hot dog in there rather than dressing and turkey.
Give yourself a change-up. Bucks showing pressure that time. Now they double underneath, left alone. It's Bonzi Wells.
Got to be alert of that. Don't give it up right there. They split the defender, and Ray had one out high and one on the baseline.
Bonzi Wells held to 4 points by the Bucks. Lost by Thomas out of bounds, so a Bucks turnover gives it back to Portland with 9:42 left. Bucks can ill afford mistakes down the stretch here. They trail by 8. Allen stays with Wells this time. There's the double team. 6 on the shot clock. Sean Kemp. Rebound, Rafer Alston. Thomas, 3. No. Allen, tip, no. And we get a turnover on a line violation.
Well, apparently they feel that Ray was the last to touch it, tapped it, and went out of bounds. Boy, that ball almost went in on the tap.
It almost went in on the bounce.
Yeah, it did.
Game clock under 9 minutes. Stacy Augman, no, you could tell that one had little chance to go. Jim Clark calls a foul, a loose ball foul. Sam Cassell watching tonight. He has a tender left knee.
The foul was on Polk. Ray Allen, I thought, was either pushing from behind on Allen.
It's on Ray Allen.
Pushing from behind.
His third. Sean Kemp just inside the three-point arc. Kemp has 8. Portland leads 81-71. So it's back to 10. The Bucks take a timeout. 8:39 remaining in the fourth quarter. We'll be back. You're watching Midwest Sports Channel.
It's news, big news. It's happening at Hardee's.
The big news at Hardee's, new tender steak sandwiches. Delicious Philly tender steak or deluxe tender steak. We slice the steak thin so it's super tender and juicy. Try a little tenderness with new tender steak sandwiches. Philly steak or deluxe, only Hardee's has them.
It's happening at Hardee's. Big news.
No one looks after their customers better. Tires Plus, like no other tire store.
road of life, you need something you can count on. That's why they're Chevy. Now you can make your money count with up to $1,500 cash back on select 2001 Chevy models. Or as low as 1.9% APR financing on Silverado half-ton extended cab. Big cash back or 1-9 financing. Just what you need. So make your money count during the year-end event at your local Chevy dealer now.
Portland up 10 with 8:39 remaining in the fourth quarter. Well, the Bucks had to change their lineup tonight due to an injury to Sam Cassell. That put Lindsey Hunter among the starters, and they went with Jason Caffey and Irvin Johnson to counter the veteran deep Portland team. Allen has 16, Caffey 7, Hunter 7. Rasheed Wallace 16 points, Steve Smith 10. That's the Roundy's game summary. Let the record show that George Karl has not used rookie Joel Priscilla against a very deep veteran Portland team. He doesn't want to erode the young man's confidence in any way. We'll see if he comes in late, but you can see that George does not want to feed the young man to these lines. Well, we'll get a foul underneath.
Tested by fire isn't all bad sometimes either. That's obviously the plan. You're right. Plus, you want to get Caffey that playing time and bring the wide body veteran in and give him the PT.
Foul by Bonzi Wells. Bucks start with 14 on the shot clock, so they pay attention to it. Now we get something off the ball. It's Bonzi Wells again against Ray Allen. So Bonzi Wells picks up 2 quick fouls. He has 3 in the game. The Blazers go over the limit significantly, John, because the Bucks have 1 team foul.
Yeah, and that's a real plus at this point in the game, Jim. The Bucks have to make hay with this, however. They got to climb that mountain yet, but they're within 10. They can come within 8 right here. They've got some fouls to give. They can play aggressively, and they can shoot. So when you're from the line, when you're behind and you can score when the clock isn't running, that's optimum if you can score. And of course, Ray's a great free throw shooter, and even great ones miss once in a while.
6th best in the league, 91.1%. He makes the second. 17 for Ray Allen. The Bucks are 9 of 14 from the line. Portland 14 of 14 from the line. Rasheed Wallace facing double teams all night long. He finds Kemp. Back to Kemp with a shot clock reset. Greg Anthony. Long 2, no, and Rafer Austin has it. It's just good to see a free throw situation that's a little bit closer than the one we watched in Toronto the other night. 49 attempts to 13.
Watch the other team shoot free throw after free throw after free throw. You like to get the Bucks on there a little bit. As going to the basket helps.
Caffey finds Thomas. 3 comes off. Batted by Wallace. And Wallace has gotten in the ear of Jim Clark. He has a technical. That is his 6th. And this is game 14.
I didn't catch what it's about.
He was arguing that a call was not made. He thought he was fouled on the rebound.
Playing well and winning isn't enough at this point, I guess. No point in him giving a technical at this stage of the game the way they're playing.
18 for Ray Allen, 81-73. The Bucks trail by 8. Glenn Robinson re-enters. Mark Pope sits. Robinson, Caffey, Allen, Tim Thomas, and Rafer Alston. Mike Dunleavy going with Greg Anthony, Stacey Augman, Sean Kemp, Rasheed Wallace, and this man, Bonzi Wells. Bonzi Wells had great games off the bench against the Bucks last year. Fairly quiet tonight, and he picks up another foul. That's his 3rd in the quarter.
Well, here's where you see that advantage, Jim, of being on the free throw line. Touch foul, Bucks get to shoot. And when you're behind like this, that's just good, optimum basketball. Again, scoring without the clock running. But you got to check them at the same time. They've got... Wow, Ray doesn't do that too often. He missed one of the last two. Hopefully only missing one of these two. But when you play for Portland, they move the ball around well. A lot of people get touches, but you want to shoot the ball well when you get your number, when you call, like when they call Wells in the post-up. You're not going to have tons of them because they're going to play so many people.
Portland's bench outscoring the Bucks 34-25. Monty Wells has 6 off the bench. Robinson picking up a foul. That's his second. It's a 9-point game, and the bench has outscored the Bucks by 9.
Look to Wells again in the post-up. Now swinging.
Rasheed Wallace. Kemp underneath. Great seal by Cappy. They just throw it out. They had 3 guys out near midcourt. Pippen, Anthony, and Wallace ready for that outlet pass if it came, or to get back on defense. 6 on the shot clock. Rayford doubles to help Robinson. Rasheed Wallace can't get it. Cappy ends up with it. So the Bucks doing a good job that time on the defensive board. Now Ray for Alston at the controls. Clear out. Robinson against Pippen. He hears a whistle. You're going to count the basket, right?
Yeah.
And Jim Clark.
Wells and Allen going at it.
And now Rasheed Wallace pointing fingers at Jim Clark. What do we have here?
Well, I think we had a...
Basket's good.
And a double foul,
yes.
I think.
Ray Allen
and
Wells. Bonzi Wells.
Right. Off the ball, they were talking and banging. In the meantime, Glenn was scoring it on the other side, so the Bucks get the basket. Wow. That wasn't a foul. No. That was a basket. The foul was away from the ball. Double foul away from the ball. That was just a straight basket. No contact there. Bucks with 2.
Pippen heard the whistle and pulled back, reacting, but the call was made on the other side of the floor by Jim Clark. Bonzi Wells sits. He leaves with 5 fouls and 6 points.
See, when the offensive player is in the motion and in the act of shooting and the fouls occur, the basket is still good. If the fouls occurred before he makes the move into the shot, then it would not count.
Another empty trip. Wallace still barking, this time aiming his displeasure at Michael Smith. Thomas leans and gets it off the glass. 83-78. Thomas with 15. The knee doesn't seem to be bothering him tonight. We said he had to lift up his average of 11 points a game, and he has done it. This crowd rising off their seats. Kemp inside. Here's the whistle.
Now, that was quite an exchange. I didn't know if Kemp had any quickness anymore. Cappy played him very well to the baseline, stopped him there, but then it was Kemp's spin move and ability to get back into the paint, the pop-up zone that gets him on the line.
Lindsey Hunter returns for the Bucks. Jason Cappy on the foul. Ray Allen will leave with 5:23 remaining. Ray goes right to the scorer's table, so he won't be out long. Kemp making the first free throw. Bucks home Friday. Call 1-800-4NBA-TICKS to order your tickets. The Hornets in at 7:30. You can also order tickets at www.ticketmaster.com. Now Ray Allen back for the Bucks. Ray for Alston goes to the bench. Tim Thomas and Sean Kemp in a conversation as Kemp waits for the basketball. Ronnie Nunn says, "Come on, Tim, get back along the lane so we can get this thing moving." Kemp again. Sean Kemp, 10 points. It's a 7-point game, 85-78, just over 5 minutes. Wallace. An unforced turnover. George Karl asking, what are you talking about?
Skip pass. Tim on the catch starts to make the move. They feel he walked. He was wide open also for the jumper. And again, it's nice to see him not just settle for that, because Tim Thomas can get to the iron.
Turnover number 11 for the Bucks. Portland with 15. The Bucks are plus 10 on points off turnovers. 19. They've given up 9. Greg Anthony for 3. Robinson up there hard. He went off the glass. Dale Davis, and now Allen, a hard push. No foul call as Wallace goes up to meet him, and now Jim Clark sees the foul. So the Bucks will have the opportunity to score with the clock stopped. 4:45 left.
Boy, that's some quick action basketball. That's exciting. Ray Allen turning the corner. Wow, with great quickness. Was it a goaltend? I don't know. That was so quick I couldn't see it. He didn't pin the ball. He didn't pin it, but was it blocked above the rim? It looked like it. I don't know.
I saw contact too. Wallace bodied Ray Allen on that. I thought they might blow the whistle based on the contact.
And they make a good foul on Caffey, who probably is going to have a layup if they foul him and put him on the line. And he hasn't been a good free throw shooter at all. Misses the first and the second.
Scottie Pippen's third foul put Caffey on the line. So it's 85-78. You have to convert those.
Yeah,
the Bucks will look at their free throws tonight and wins. It's 11 out of 19. Portland is still perfect in 16 free throw attempts. Double in the corner, a walk by Steve Smith in the face of that double team.
Bucks are still alive, Jim. Be great to have a 3 right here and really put the heat on them. But the margin of error at 4:24 really coming down. So you want to try to get them here quickly so you're not really gambling and having to take fouls late in the ball game. The Bucks have one more foul to give before Portland shoots, unless, of course, it's in the act of shooting.
Allen to the middle. Back out for Robinson. He's open. Rasheed Wallace clear. 8 rebounds for Wallace to lead Portland. Her front line, starting front line of Dale Davis, Scottie Pippen, and Wallace with 21 rebounds. Stoudemire tracking down the long rebound off the long shot by Wallace. Rasheed Wallace just 6 of 13 from the field tonight. 16 points. Pippen will take the 3.
Whoa, see, on a reload, Jim, that's a big hurt. The stop, the miss, get it back and score it there, that makes it more difficult for the Bucks. It's a 10-point lead, but there's time for the Bucks to win this ball game.
88-78, Pippen's 3 puts Portland up by 10 with 3:26 remaining at the Bradley Center.
That's the right idea, Chief. Potato salad, egg salad, macaroni salad. Otherwise, no salad.
You're looking at the state-of-the-art in television. With its unique frame, tubeless design, and flat screen. It could be the focal point of any room. Or just a detail in the bingo hall of the new Potawatomi Bingo Casino. Potawatomi Bingo Casino.
Hurry into Foot Locker now for our buy one, get one half off sale. Buy anything you want, even stuff already on sale. Then pick out a second item for half off. How easy is that? We're talking huge discounts on every Foot Locker, Lady Foot Locker, and Kids Foot Locker, and in all the top brands. I mean, talk about something to give thanks for. Just remember, it's only for this weekend. That means sale ends soon, people. Hurry into the buy one, get one half off sale today at Foot Locker. Come and get it.
Scottie Pippen's three-pointer giving Portland a 10-point lead with 3:26 remaining. Pippen had missed his first two outside the arc, and he hits a big one. Under 3.5 minutes left now. In all, 9 Bucks games. The team with the most assists has won. It's a close battle tonight. Portland has 20. The Bucks have 19. Ray Allen for 3. Rebound controlled by Portland.
And Jim, when you look at the difference in the shooting percentage, it's amazing that the Bucks would have that many assists. A lot of it comes off of just one-on-one play by both teams. But you're going to have more assists when you shoot the ball well. Just because you are going to move it around to some extent.
Milwaukee with 11 offensive rebounds out of 32 overall rebounds tonight, doing a good job there. Ray Allen picking up his 4th foul. 3 minutes remaining at the Bradley Center.
And the Bucks have had more offensive rebounds to go get also.
Ball tipped out, 4 on the shot clock. Rasheed Wallace heard the whistle, and I'm sure he's happy that it was merely that he tapped it last.
22nd timeout by Portland.
Well, John, you missed a birthday earlier tonight. A member of our crew is celebrating a birthday. Kristen Lambrecht handles our graphics. Now, she won't tell us. That's like Fort Knox as to which one it is, but we say happy birthday to Kristen.
We can make one up. We can make one up, but she won't tell us we can make one up, you know, like 40, which will upset her.
There's tonight's Mountain Dew Extreme fan of the game tonight. Not a bad effort tonight. Here we go, Stoudemire, and he walked with it, trying to get around Lindsey Hunter, so Portland turns it over.
20 times, Jim. They've had a lot of turnovers tonight, but they've been able to keep the lead.
The lead is 10. Ray Allen up, why not? Nobody wanted to pick him up. Shot won't go. They picked him up late. Underneath Wallace, he's fouled by Tim Thomas. Michael Smith calling it. Wallace was pretty deep, and Tim flew by him. Apparently, there was contact.
Well, Ray gets inside at the other end, and they have a number of guys that challenge you vertically. It's tough to get those shots to go. But at this end, Wallace just barely catching that ball, a little bit behind him with not much room. They're a team that I think mixes their offense pretty well. They've got some, they'll advance it, they'll run the break, as you can see. They've got a lot of weapons in the half-court game, and we've seen them tonight.
Rasheed Wallace, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 16 points. Wallace certainly developing into one of the better players in the NBA. Having Dale Davis doesn't hurt him. Lindsey Hunter gets the 2 back. It's 90-80. Lindsey with 9.
Got to really make it happen now. Down 10, 2:10 to play. Got to check them. Your defense has to be big time, and that's difficult to do against a team like Portland, who could go you post up, swing it. They've been hitting their jumpers. They've been shooting well all night.
Tipped by Davis. Wallace, every time down, he's begging for a foul. He's arguing with Jim Clark again.
Yeah, Davis at deep weak side position has an easy tap back.
As intended for Irvin Johnson, bounced away by Tim Thomas.
Well, can't win this one now, Jim. Portland's a very well-rounded basketball team, and they're very confident, very consistent. We've seen it here.
Pippen, you heard the slap, at least we did, as he flew by. Tim Thomas picks up the foul. Hopefully Sam Cassell will be feeling better on Friday night. The Charlotte Hornets at the Bradley Center at 7:30. Thomas picks up number 4. The way it looks right now, Scottie Pippen has the play of the game for Portland. You'll recall the 3-pointer that put the Blazers up 88-78 as the Bucks were trying to mount a late run here. So Pippen has the Menards play of the game. Timeout Milwaukee, 1:23 on the clock. The lead is 13 points. Portland 93, Milwaukee 80 on Midwest Sports Channel. We'll be right back.
This check went to an accident victim. It covered all his losses, medical bills, wages and expenses, pain and suffering, because he was represented by Milwaukee's tough, smart lawyers, Genlin and Safran. We fight for all the cash and benefits our clients have coming. And year after year, most of our cases settle out of court successfully. When you need a lawyer to fight for you, get Milwaukee's tough, smart lawyers, Genlin and Safran. Visit our website or call 272-3399. It's your call.
Keep the legends alive during Football Frenzy 2000 at Oneida Casino. Visit Oneida Casino through December 3rd. Play Big Bubba and enter drawings weekly to win football weekend getaway packages to see the green and gold. A Vince Lombardi coffee table biography, classic Sherpa jackets, or win match plays instantly. Play Big Bubba and keep the legend alive during Football Frenzy 2000. Only at Oneida Casino, Green Bay.
Portland up 13, 1:23 remaining. The Bucks had hoped to start the week off with a victory here tonight. Charlotte on Friday night, and then they head out on the road. The Bucks will be in Washington on Saturday, a day off Sunday, Monday night in Orlando, and Tuesday night in Miami. It does not get easier.
No.
So you'd like to get it done at home. The Bucks still looking for their first road victory. Perhaps that can come this weekend.
How about all three?
Hey, we take that. Robinson, yes, over Scottie Pippen. Give Ray Allen an assist, 18 for Robinson. Allen leads the Bucks with 19. Glenn has 18. Tim Thomas 15 off the bench, and Ray Alston in double figures with 12, a career high for him. Rasheed Wallace continues to miss from the outside, but Portland controls the rebound. Plus 8 on the boards, 40-32. Portland will be ecstatic with a 5-2 road trip. His team has come together away from the Rose Garden on this trip. Robinson carries the ball. He looks back at Ronnie Nutter and says, come on, that's my move.
Third one in this ball game, Jim. Third carry that they've called. I think three or four. Yeah, I think it was. And again, I think that's a call you can make almost every night in this league, but they go most nights and don't make it at all.
93-82, Portland by 11. Stoudemire puts up a bank three. Robinson has it. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Pippen will let him score it. It cuts the margin down to 93-84. So a 9-point Portland victory tonight. Mike Dunleavy's club is 9-5, 6-4 on the road now. The Bucks slip to 3-7 with the defeat. We'll return to the Bradley Center right after this and close it out. It's Portland down the stretch, 93-84 on MSC.
Look, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Some things you should just keep to yourself.
What do I have to do to make you listen?
Now, lease an all-new Dodge Stratus Coupe for $269 a month.
They're calling you. The places you want to be. The things you want to do. But you're not going to get there until you finish this stuff. That's why there's True Value. We get you in and out fast. Because the sooner you get done, the sooner you can get back to this thing called your life. True Value.
And right now, come in for True Value's Bargain of the Month with great buys like a home ceramic heater, just $17.99. True Value. Health is just around the corner.
Around the world, there are no finer products than Roundy's. Witness the corn, golden, juicy. A dab of butter is all that's needed to achieve perfection. And peas, Roundy's peas, emerald ripe, merely delicious, bite after bite. And Roundy's carries with it something extraordinary for its customers. Savings. Roundy's quality and value. Something more for something less.
This is My Two-Way. I mean, that's its name. My Two-Way for MetroCall. You can get a message. You can send a message on it. Access the internet, receive email, send email, text messages back and forth to or from a computer, a laptop, or another My Two-Way. I said My Two-Way. Get your own. My Two-Way from MetroCall. The handheld for the highly mobile. That's me. Hey, come on. Get your own.
All right, here we go. Something in my throat like I'm choking or something. It's half past brick. Quarter to rim.
The Wisconsin Lottery would like to pose an interesting question.
Yes!
What if close was good enough? Introducing Money Roll. Match all 5 numbers drawn for $500,000. But if no one wins the top prize, the money rolls down, so the lower prizes are worth even more. Money Roll. Now close really counts.
Portland wins by 9 tonight at the Bradley Center. The Bucks made a few runs at the Trailblazers, and John, it looked like they might have a chance. And again, the turning point in this game was Scottie Pippen's three-point shot to put Portland up by 10 again late at 88-78.
It was one of the runs the Bucks had tonight. The Bucks played well at times, but Jim, really, Portland was in control of the game pretty much throughout. They came out, took charge. The Bucks, went into that hole. They were around all night long, but you got a little excited about those runs, but did you really feel like they were going to pull it off? Portland has so many weapons. They're so confident. They just seem to kind of be in a groove throughout, and they have a lot of people to go to when they need that basket. And they're a good defensive team as a team. They shot well throughout. They shot near 60% throughout the ball game, even though they end up shooting 49% when it really counted. Their percentage was much better. 6 players in double figures for Portland. Rasheed Wallace leading the way with 18 points. What are the bright spots for the Bucks? I thought I saw some pretty good defense played in spurts tonight by Milwaukee. A depleted Milwaukee team, by the way. Yeah, and they're a tough team to try to key on any one individual guy and try to get it done. So the Bucks better in that area, and some, of course, Rafer having a good game, going to the bench a little bit. Some guys that haven't had playing time, getting playing time. Glenn Robinson, 20 points. Ray Allen, 19. Tim Thomas, 15. But our player of the game tonight is a bench player, a guy that has not played much this season. Tonight, Rafer Alston, a career-high 12 points, 5 of 6 from the field. He hit a 3. He had 4 rebounds and 3 assists. So Rafer Alston is the player of the game. Our next televised game, sponsored by Miller Genuine Draft, is Saturday night. The Bucks travel to Washington. They'll take on the Wizards. Live on WCGV, Channel 24 at 7 o'clock. We hope you'll join us. Tom Ponkey at the controls tonight. Bucks basketball on MSC, directed by Gary Kirby. Kristen Lambrecht on graphics. The final score, Portland 93, Milwaukee 84. And don't forget, coming up next, the National Sports Report, right here on MSC, your ultimate Bucks connection. So long, everybody.
Oh, she left the signal. Looks like they're at it again. Miller Lite, they should just get a room. Do you hear that? I'm just gonna be sore after this one.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how was yoga? Great.
Getting together after class? Grab a Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
Yeah, I think I pulled something.